Okay, now we both are live. Let us see any comments or people joining in this session. Okay, give us a few seconds. Let us see any comments or people joining in this session. Okay,
Yes.
give us a few seconds. Okay, welcome everyone. Let us see who are online right now. Let us see any or people joining in this session. Okay, give us a few seconds. Okay, welcome everyone. Let us see who are online right now. Yes, can you guys hear us? Me and Mukund, are you able to hear us and are you able to watch our video? Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, great, Disha. Thank you so much. Okay. So now let's start. Good evening, everyone. Okay, Disha, are you able to still hear with echo? अभी भी इको का प्रॉब्लम है? एको है अभी?
मेरी तरफ से चेक करें इको का आवाज है कुछ इश्यू है क्या?
जी, तो मैं दिगेश और मुकुंद. Okay, now it's done. Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So, मैं दिगेश दवे आप सबका ये मिलेनियम मेकर की वेब टॉक सीरीज में हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूँ. आज के जो हमारे एक्सपर्ट है वो ऑनलाइन है हमारे साथ. उनका नाम है मुकुंद भोकरकर जो बड़ौदा से है. सो वेलकम मुकुंद भाई टू दिस वेब टॉक सीरीज एंड थैंक यू फॉर योर वैल्यूएबल टाइम एंड टू जॉइन दिस वेब सीरीज. तो मैं ये माइक आपको दे रहा हूँ. आगे का शो आप ही रन कीजिएगा. सो लेट्स गो फॉर इट.
हाँ, my voice is clear, Dinesh bhai?
Yes, I can hear your voice. It's absolutely clear.
Any problem for the public? I hope there is no echo problem.
No echo problem as of now. So we go for it. Okay, so I will just मैं सिर्फ मुकुंद जी का ही स्क्रीन दिखाऊंगा स्क्रीन पे. ओके, मुकुंद जी.
नमस्कार, शुभ संध्या और गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल. ये सेशन जो हमारा आज का है 20वें दशक की शुरुआत से 30वें दशक 10 सालों की जो स्थिति है, अर्थव्यवस्था है दुनिया की, हिंदुस्तान की विशेष रूप से, उसके संबंधित शिक्षण आदि व्यवसाय, इसके बारे में बात करेंगे. मेरी पहली अहम भाषा होगी अंग्रेजी और उसके साथ साथ में हिंदी में कभी कभी मैं टिप्पणी करते रहूंगा. आपसे विनम्रता पूर्वक नमस्कार करके इस सेशन को शुरू करता हूं. मैं मुकुंद भोकरकर, मैं बड़ौदा का हूं. करीबन 28 साल का मेरा इंडस्ट्री एक्सपीरियंस है और उसमें से 24 साल मैंने इंजीनियरिंग के व्यवसाय में विविध क्षेत्र में कंपनियों में काम करके मैंने गुजारे हैं. और उसके बाद में 2015 से मैं अपना खुद का व्यवसाय चलाता हूं. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल इंटरवेंशंस करता हूं कंपनियों में, उनकी कार्य प्रणाली में. Whatever problems they face, I support them, I help them, I enable them to operate themselves in a better, more efficient and a productive way. In this process, I interact with processes as well as people, और एक ह्यूमन परफॉर्मेंस एक्सेलेंस के क्षेत्र में अपने आप को मैं धीरे धीरे ढा रहा हूँ. आई एम स्लोली शिफ्टिंग माई सेल्फ into the domain of human performance excellence. How do humans perform? What do they perform? And why do they perform the way they do? Is my domain of study. I am a student, I could say. I observe, I study people, processes, systems, and organizations, and provide solutions for that. We start this session with a brief header: Education and Industry, Industrial Engagement, 20th Century and ahead. I'll take some 5-10 minutes here to talk about students who are into their secondary and higher secondary stage, and then I'll connect that with education. There is a reason why I would be talking about not subjects but individuals, students and children in particular. उसके बाद में मैं उन्हें आगे जाके कनेक्ट करूंगा शिक्षण व्यवस्था के साथ, शिक्षण के साथ. Some of you, I expect, should be feeling whatever my thoughts are, whatever my perceptions are, to be slightly outside the normal way of thinking, but then give a close, rapt attention to it. There is a reason why I'm telling you like that. There would be huge science behind it, and there is a vision and a prophecy as expected by a lot of visionaries and futurists, which also sort of mimes with me, and I too tag along with that. तो ये जो इंसान है उसके बारे में थोड़ी बात करते हैं. Let us come to children who have just entered 9th standard or 10th standard. 14 साल के बच्चे, बच्चियां, 13 साल खत्म होने के बाद 14th year of starting, 19th year of age. We talk about students in 9th standard up to 12th standard of educational career in that domain. The student enters a period of adolescence which starts for girls a bit earlier, 13 or whatever, and for boys it starts after 13. So post 12, post 13 is the age when adolescence period starts. यहां से बात करेंगे और फिर मैं शिक्षण व्यवस्था के साथ आऊंगा. We talk about what is higher secondary education, why the way it happens, because of which how the student should approach learning. जो आज तक हो गया है, fine, let us put it behind. But the learning that is going to happen from the first year of the 20th, the decade, the second decade of 21st century, 2020 onwards, learning is going to experience a paradigm shift. What are the skills required for students in that learning? What are the concepts of soft skills? What do we talk about India? What do we talk about future of education in India? We talk about rapid changes. बहुत तेजी से औद्योगिक क्षेत्र में जो परिवर्तन और बदल हो रहे हैं वो क्यों हो रहे हैं, किस वजह से हो रहे हैं, किस दिशा में हो रहे हैं और कौन कौन से स्पेसिफिक क्षेत्र में हो रहे हैं, इनके बारे में बात करेंगे. हिंदुस्तान में, हमारे भारत में, हमारे देश में शिक्षण व्यवस्था किस दिशा में जा रही है. सरकार है, गवर्नमेंट है, एजुकेशनल डिपार्टमेंट है, हमारा मिनिस्ट्री है, वो इस शिक्षण व्यवस्था में क्या कर रही है. इंडस्ट्री कैसे बदल रही है, उसमें परिवर्तन कैसे आ रहा है 20वें दशक में, ये आने वाले 10 सालों में और 2030 से आगे. इन विषयों पर, इन 6-7 विषयों पर हम बात करेंगे आने वाले 30-40 मिनटों में. So let us start one by one as to how education begins. Let us take an example of a tree. एक पेड़ एक पेड़ की मिसाल लें, what is a tree made up of? A tree is made up of seed, बीज. A seed, when it enters a conducive state of moisture and light, or moisture and a moist environment and stability, there is a spore generated. There is a small, जिसको हम फणगावेला बोलते हैं, that is generated, and that grows itself into a small sapling. That is one, जिसे हम स्प्राउट कहते हैं इंग्लिश में. The sprout goes towards the top, and there is one more sprout which is generated from the seed, that is called the root. जो जड़ होती है वो जमीन के अंदर की तरफ जाती है, और जो पौधा है वो बाहर की तरफ निकलता है. It happens in the earth. The plant, the sapling converts itself into a small plant which 3 to 4 leaves come out, and the root goes further into the soil. Over a period of time, the plant transfers into a herb or a shrub and has some branches with many hundred leaves, and slowly the plant grows into a tree. Let us take an analogy of the tree. Our human life cycle rather, can be compared to that of a tree. Within the ground grow the roots. Above the ground comes the bark, the stem, and then we get the branches which divide into sub branches and sub branches, and similarly till we go to a twig where we got the leaves of the tree. The leaves are exposed to the sunlight or the environment outside. Similarly, I come to the point. Children after an age of 13, children who are into their secondary education, which is 9th or 10th class, are like this tree which is now holding itself firmly into the ground. The tree is entering the ground, the roots are branching out, and above the tree, above the ground, the bark is separating into branches and sub branches, and the leaves are sprouting out. An age of 14 and above, up to an age of higher secondary end, is the growth of a plant to a small tree. Beyond 18 age, we get to a stage where we call it as a small tree. It's no more a plant. What is the stage is similarly for a child or a student who has entered secondary. Similarly, he has left childhood behind. He is into his age of adolescence. Girls and boys both find a lot of internal, emotional, physical, mental, psychological, biological, even something connected to their brain, changes happening within them. They are trying to stabilize themselves, and then we end this secondary and we come to higher secondary. What happens then? What are the changes that happen in higher secondary, because of which today we have to think about them? I'll come to that point. Why is it today that we are suddenly finding a solid change in the way people are engaging themselves in the industry? Listen to my word very carefully. I am talking about engagement. I am not talking about employment. There is a huge difference between engagement and employment. I'll come to that point later. A transitional stage, we call it transition, from a child to an adolescent. There are biological changes, there are physical changes, there are psychological changes. Lot of within the body changes which are visible, are simple to identify and to mark it. But the issue is, what are the other changes which create the persona, which create the personality of the student? We have to take into consideration these factors now extremely seriously, because the age of employment is going to change and transform into the age of engagement. No more within the next few years would be marks necessary. Students, parents therefore have to shift their focus from marks to engagement to passion. their true calling. We'll come to all those points later. That's why thinking, understanding, interpretation, memorizing, reasoning, all those capabilities of a human mind are called cognitive capabilities. Cognitive skills find a huge amount of forming up, a huge development in an adolescent student, whether it's a girl or a boy. Cognitive skills develop themselves extremely remarkably in this age of 14 to 18-20. Till the age of 6 years of age, बच्चा जब सेकेंड स्टैंडर्ड में होता है, थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड में होता है, तब तक उसके ब्रेन की 90% डेवलपमेंट हो जाती है. 90% से 100% का जो शिफ्ट मूवमेंट है, जो डेवलपमेंट है, from 90 to 100%, 10% of development, it happens over the next 6 to 26, almost 20 years of age, 20 years of period, which causes only 10% of brain development. There are a lot of sections in the brain which develop. For example, the prefrontal cortex. It develops huge, because of which executive functions like cognitive processes, as I said previously, attention control, cognitive inhibitions, working memory, like this, long-term memory, short-term memory, working memory, 6 hours, 3 hours, working memory. Long-term memory is a long duration. We call it, some people call it permanent memory. So these all changes happen. A person starts at this age to reason with himself. A lot of reasoning happens. He can put himself in a perspective and think about what he is thinking. A student of 15, 17 years of age, higher secondary, can think about the way he is thinking, जिसे हम मेटाकॉग्निशन कहते हैं. ये सब प्रोसेसेस उसके ब्रेन के साथ है. ब्रेन के अंदर फोल्ड्स का डेवलपमेंट होता है, जिसकी वजह से सेल कम्युनिकेशन फास्टर होता है, जिसकी वजह से एब्स्ट्रैक्ट रीजनिंग, सैटायर, सार्काज्म, जोक्स कहना, कड़वी बातें किसी के अंदर हाइड करके कमेंट पास करना, लंबी टांग खींचना, ये सब चीजें एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंकिंग में आता है. दिस ऑल डेवलप्स. विजन ऑफ अ स्टूडेंट डेवलप्स. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. A vision, a strategic approach towards the steps that he is going to take at a later stage in life. These things develop at an age between 15, 17 to 18, 20. Very important. Adolescent age. Lot of improvements, lot of changes happen in this age. Biological changes in the brain structure. For example, gyri folds जो आते हैं, जिनकी वजह से ये सब prefrontal cortex में change होते हैं, जिनकी वजह से cognitive abilities, executive function में change होता है. All these things are now going to be thought about by the students and parents. Please note what I'm telling you. The days of selecting something just because there is job out there after 5 years are gone. Industry, education sector is changing at such a rapid pace, that within the next 2 years, you would not be able to tell what's going to happen after 2 years or 3 years. The immediate visibility today is for the next year or 2 years maximum. Beyond 2 years, you have to have something else, which is called your inner calling or your true north working. For the student of today, a student of 2020, to raise himself and continue working in his calling, in his inner calling, for the remaining 40 years of his active career till he becomes 60, 65. जॉब मिल रहा है इंजीनियर्स को, फ्यूचर अच्छा है डॉक्टर्स को, हमें एयरप्लेन का पायलट बनना है. ये सब बचपनी सोच थी जो 21वें शतक में 21st सेंचुरी के फर्स्ट डिकेड तक टिकी. Unfortunately, God forbid, the experience of the past 3 months, the pandemic of the past 3 months has preponed the events which were to happen in 2025 to those events that we are experiencing today. It is as if the earth has time traveled by 5 years, and whatever we were going to experience in 2025, we are experiencing today, and that's why we are stupefied, we are shocked, we are sort of hypnotized by the sudden changes. People call it the new normal, which is wrong. We'll come to that point. This all things are very important. Why I'm telling you is, We can no more take it for granted that a career is selected based upon our future prospects of earning, फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट ऑफ कंफर्ट. ये सब छोटी बातें आने वाले 10 सालों के बाद होने वाली है. आज के दिन में वो ठीक है, लेकिन लंबे करियर में व्हेन वी स्ट्रेच आवरसेल्व्स टू अ विजन, टू अ स्केल ऑफ 30-40 years, these things are going to matter a hell lot. Let me tell you, a hell lot. As I said, relativist thinking, a wisdom of a student increases like anything. Student should approach his education taking in factor risk-taking abilities, social identity development, hypothetical thinking. मैंने ये किया तो वैसा होगा. What he will say, what will I do? Suppose I take this, what can happen? These are the possibilities that can happen. It's all hypothetical thinking, thinking about the future, thinking into the future. This all is very important. So I come to the point directly. For those students who have got all subjects compulsory till 10th standard, it's not an issue. For example, CBSE, there is no option of arts or science or something. But for state board, there could be possibility. For other boards, there could be a possibility. क्या लिया है? Science लिया है, commerce लिया है, 10th standard. I would tell to parents, for those students who have not yet decided what to do after 12th standard, it's a very good thing. Since the tree is going itself, it has not realized its true potentials. All subjects are important. If you have to make a choice, if you have no choice, make a choice, but be open to any kind of development happening around you. Be open to any transformation that happens into you. Don't be very much sized out about मुझे यही करना है, वैसे करना है. Keep your mind open, जिसे हम plasticity बोलते हैं. Be ready and be aware of one fact, that the human mind is very plastic. It can be flexed, and with great efforts, with substantial efforts, you can work wonders with the human mind. So don't be into a sort of blinded mode, into a fixed thinking that this is going to be my future. The future today has become so disruptive that a person with a generalist approach towards learning for the first initial educational phase of life, that is till the end of schools for India, till the end of 12th standard, is a real good student if he remains a generalist. Neither commerce, nor science, nor medicine, nor engineering, nor arts. Keep your brain open. If you have to make a choice, fine. But be ready to flex yourself in any direction that comes from your inner calling. The concept of selecting a career based upon promising jobs, promising employment is an old concept. So approach education and learning through that kind of open mindset viewpoint. Education, which happens in your higher secondary, for example, 11th standard, 12th standard, the educational system today, it forces you more or less to select a stream and get into that direction. I have seen umpteen cases in my life, a few cases in my building itself, wherein people have careened themselves, veered themselves away from something which they selected in 11th standard, and in 12th standard they appeared for something else, and they are making a rocking life of happiness around them. Be ready for this thought. Secondly, a thought about education being school and tuition classes is not a thought which is very safe today. A person, a student in today's life is expected to do much more because his cognitive faculties, his thinking, his metacognition is developing like anything, because of which he has to keep his mind open, he has to remain mindful of himself. Parents, मैं आपको यहाँ कहता हूँ, mindful आपके बच्चे होने ही चाहिए. माइंडफुलनेस, क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ, मेरे आसपास में क्या हो रहा है, दुनिया में क्या हो रहा है, मैं इस मोमेंट पे क्या कर रहा हूँ, मुझे इस मोमेंट पे क्या करना चाहिए, मैंने क्या किया अब तक, सुबह से लेकर अब तक. ये माइंडफुलनेस की सोच हर क्षण पे तो नहीं हो सकती, लेकिन दिन में 2-3 बार आएगी तो भी बहुत बहुत अच्छी बात है. अपने बच्चों को, बेटा को, अपने बेटी को माइंडफुलनेस के बारे में सजाग कीजिए. It is your duty. Make your children, make your sons, daughters mindful of themselves in this duration from 10th standard till the end of 12th standard. This is a huge capacity in them, which the system, I'm telling you openly, is not at all using. Instead, students select one stream and blind themselves to everything else outside that stream and rock themselves into that. That approach could make them very focused, yes, but the fact is, after they open themselves, completing their education, the learning, the transformation that happens inside that fresher or that student after exposing himself would make him sort of question himself कि जो मैंने ये किया था यही था या फिर मेरी इनर कॉलिंग कुछ दूसरी थी. ये वक्त अभी आ गया है. अगर वो व्यक्ति खुद अगर ये चीज सोचता नहीं तो उसको बाहर से ये चीज समझनी होगी और कोई समझाएगा. सिस्टम, प्रणाली उसको समझाएगी. कैसे, उस बात पे आएंगे हम लोग. We come back to the point. For a student in 11th standard, 12th standard, it is extremely important that he does something vocationally. He creates a vocational education for himself. I doubt whether anybody or many people, I doubt, would not be knowing the meaning of the word vocation. The word vocation is not just something which we do in vacation. It has nothing to do with vacation. Vocation means pursuing something which is driven by your inner urge, something generated by your spirit from inside, and making yourself learn, master, or pursue or engage yourself in that domain, in that learning, in that hobby, in that engagement. Vocation is an extremely necessary thing for people, students who are beyond 15, 16 years of age, who are till 18, 20 years of age. Vocational learning is a must thing, let me tell you. Here, since I'm not exposed to many institutes, but yes, I know many people out here in Millennium Learning, Millennium Makers, who have rolled out some of the best programs under the tutelage of TISS. Millennium Learning is really working wonders in this domain. People such as Vishal, Digish, Prahar, and their colleagues are toiling hard. They are working hard. I'm not talking just on behalf of Millennium Makers, but the fact is, apart from Millennium Makers, whoever is engaging students in vocational learning is doing a really good job, because that is where a capacity of a student can be utilized. Students are just not doing it okay if they are pursuing tuition classes and educating themselves. Competitive exams are there, focus towards a particular branch of engineering, towards a particular field of management is fine. But the fact is, over a period of time, over a period of 20, 30 years, it comes out that people have their inner calling, creating a questionable double mind inside them at an age of 30, 35, 40. And afterwards, it leads to some complications. We'll come to that. Please engage yourself in vocational learning, let me tell you. Let me enforce you. We come to skills, because vocational learning imparts a certain amount of skills. What are those skills? One is soft skills. Second is hard skills. Skills which improve you to interact with people, to influence others, to convey something to the other person, to let the other person convey something to you which he intends to in a very efficient way, effortless way, fall under soft skills. They are skills, essentially communication skills, learning, speaking, listening, seeing, observations, and metaprogramming. They are extremely necessary, extremely necessary. They are the basic skills which will prevail in spite of technology going to 2030, 2040, 50, or 70, whatever. They are going to prevail. Yet, they are not sufficient, no more any time. Soft skills have to be supplemented with hard skills. Again, we come to vocational. That is what vocational learning is all about. Vocational is hard skills taught to you along with soft skills. That is why vocational, I said previously, is going to be critical now henceforth. Hard skills are job or task oriented skills. They are subject matter expertise gaining skills. They are domain expertise skills. They are technical skills. They are detailed commercial, financial, detailed, even the technology inside, the technique inside, the methodology inside, the deeper sciences involved inside the activities that are undertaken for a specific task, for a specific purpose are called hard skills. And here is where the decade of 2020 is going to differ, because hard skills and soft skills are not the only skills. Both of them are going to slowly overshadowed by hybrid skills. It's a combination of hard and soft. We'll come to specifically what kind of hybrid skills are needed, but they would be there. Coding along with team management, project management along with people skills or people's all coordination. It is supply chain along with vendor management or software or ERP system. It is logistics along with data analytics. These skills are a combination of soft skills as well as hard skills. They are going to be the future from 2020 to the decades after that. Because we today have shifted from the third industrial age to the fourth age. The third age ended by the past decade, 2010 के आसपास थर्ड इंडस्ट्रियल एज खत्म हो गया. जो ऑटोमेशन के ऊपर था, जो कंप्यूटर्स के ऊपर था, जो इंटरनेट के ऊपर था, ज्यादा से ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन वाज ट्रांसफर्ड थ्रू ईमेल्स, attachments, files, communications, maybe video conferences. But we are entering the fourth age of industrial world. They call it fourth industrial age, which is basically a hardwired fabric of hybrid skills. People of this age are wired to the industry, to their workplace, to the system, and to the cloud as itself. पूरे का पूरा एक घना क्लाउड, एक फॉग बना हुआ है, मिस्ट का है, इंफॉर्मेशन का, नॉलेज का, टेक्नोलॉजी का, डेटा का. उसके साथ इंसान कनेक्टेड है और वो फिजिकली कनेक्ट हो रहा है. सो फोर्थ इंडस्ट्रियल एज is now connecting the individual with the system. We have many countries which have started connecting human brains with the system. इंसान की सोच, इंसान के इमोशंस, इंसान के फीलिंग्स, इंसान के हैप्पीनेस, सैडनेस, सीरियसनेस, डेंजर, फियर, ये इंडाइसिस अभी धीरे धीरे टैग होने लगे हैं, सेंस होने लगे हैं थ्रू व्हाटएवर. We'll come to that. And that is why I connected with you people initially when I told you about. Try to understand yourself from your insides. The day of selecting your career based upon the job opportunity outside. अभी ये भजिए मिलते हैं, अभी ये भजिए खा लेंगे. इंजीनियरिंग में जॉब मिल रहा है 30,000 का, 40,000 का सैलरी, उठा लो. ये जमाना गया. 2 लाख भी सैलरी मिलेगी 2 साल के बाद अगर नहीं रहा तो जॉब. That is why the days of selecting your career based upon opportunities outside are past. Today, in this industrial age, fourth industrial age, individuals, employees, professionals are going to tagged by their human bodies and by their thoughts, by their emotions, by the brain waves generated in their brain. Nothing is going to be confidential. Everything is going to be open and transparent. In these situations, your thoughts, your feelings generated by those thoughts, and the emotions demonstrated by you through the whatever body chemicals, pheromones, or whatever dopamines or whatever are the hormones generated, they are going to be tapped in the coming 5 to 7 years. Nobody can lie, nobody can say no, nobody can give an avoidable or a derisive answer. Let me tell you, this is going to be the change. For information in addition to this, what exactly to be done, how it's been, you can approach Millennium Wakers or you can approach me through them, not an issue. Any point of time, any information that you need in this regard, I would be ready to share with you. So the day of IQ, just IQ and intelligence or emotional quotients are there, but then now it is a combination between the intelligence quotient, which more or less people consider as expertise over hard skills, and the emotional quotient, which is people skills. So emotional intelligence and your intelligence quotient, IQ and EQ, these two are going to be merged, and both the brains, that is the left brain, the right brain, that is why I said it's a combination of hard skills and soft skills which is going to rule. Because our workspace now, 21st century, is no more only a hard skill space, it is no more a soft skill space. कौन से जॉब आएंगे, कैसे जॉब आएंगे, इसके बारे में बात करेंगे हम लोग आगे. For example, the combination of these skills, empathy, communication, problem solving is going to be important. Speaking, as I said, listening, कैसे सुने, क्या सुने. People know how to listen. Do you listen to what is not being spoken? How to listen to sentences, words, or thoughts that are not being spoken? Everybody can listen to words, to sentences. Everybody can interpret their own interpretation of Sherlock Holmes based upon what is spoken. But can you be smart enough, intelligent enough to derive what is not being spoken? Can you be intelligent to see what is not to be observed or what is to be overlooked? People see individuals wearing a very good tie, very good shirt, all made up, speaking absolute fluent Oxford English. But is that intelligence? Are there people who are beyond clothes, beyond appearance, beyond their visual beauty, or beyond their visual appeal? They might be looking very sloppy, dirty, unkempt. But if you look at them properly, observe them properly, they could be brilliant. They could convey something within 2 minutes, which would take 1 year for you to understand and learn. Do you know how to see? Do you know, that's why, how to observe people? These could be the communication expertise and skills needed in the future. What is not seen has to be seen. What is not spoken has to be listened. And what is not spoken has to be listened, seen. What is not touched is to be felt through haptic or touch sensations, tactile sensations. It has to be felt. No more is the individual considered to be working through his only 3 or 4 visible senses. He is expected to be mindful, focused, even meditative at times, to be a perfect communicator or a perfect receiver. Judgment comes out of that. Can you make a judgment based upon this conscious learning? Talk about social skills. How social are you? Can you go and talk to a beggar for 5-10 minutes? बाहर से गाड़ी जाती है सब्जी वाले की, सब्जी वाले को 1 मिनट के अंदर हंसा सकते हैं आप? पढ़े लिखों के साथ, होशियार लोगों के साथ, बुद्धिमान लोगों के साथ बड़ी बड़ी बातें तो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जिन्हें आप अपनी औकात का नहीं मानते, आप खुद को उनसे बहुत ज्यादा बुद्धिमान मानते हैं, उनको जाके उनके पेट में से ठहाके लगा के या हंसियां निकाल सकते हैं? Can you make those people laugh? Do you have those skills? Do you have the social skills? Tomorrow's world is going to be driven by people who have social skills. Example is the way most of the superpowers or the so-called world leaders are. All of them have got immense social skills, integrative thinking, lot of things. I used the word meta learning or meta programming sometime before. Can you integrate 5-6 things and create a picture out of it? आज की दुनिया में मुझे सुनने वाले अगर डेटा साइंटिस्ट है, डेटा रिसर्चर्स है, उन्हें पता चलेगा एनालाइजिंग डेटा, इंजीनियरिंग डेटा is fine, but the fact is, after you analyze, what is the picture created? How do you create an image, a visual representation of that data, through which that visualization you can arrive at results, which could be prophesizing, strategic planning for the future, understanding our problems, problem statements, or improving upon the efficacy. All these things fall under integrative thinking, or they say sense making. Those subjects which are not even taken by academics, academicians, institutes, colleges are going to be extremely useful. What about the subject of sense making? It's a very important subject. Visualization, okay, somebody might say it's a part of data analytics, but it's very important subject. All job requirements will not be specifically with these things like empathy, communication, problem solving, judgment. No, these traits will be woven into your hard skills and soft skills, and eventually the persona will be available in the industry for engagement. What happens? What about us? What about the education sector in India? What is the situation in India? Let us ask. I would not talk much about the education sector because most of you people are through education. Most of the students have been through it. Most of the students are entering their 11th class or 12th standard or maybe college. The fact is, India is going to be the place to be in the next 3 years. Today it might be Switzerland, but after 3-4 years it is going to be our country. I'm not bragging about it. All evidences today point at our country becoming the place to be for any person staying in any country on this planet, whether it's a developed country or a high net capital country or whatever. The situation in India is today, because of whatever happened over the past 3 months and the activities or the situation that would have been there in 2025 being prepared to whatever we are seeing today, has caused a tremendous disruption of the economy, added to the fact that before 4 or 5 months, our Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi announced something connected to Atmanirbharta. Topic is long. We would like to continue on this.
Sarji,
Haji,
yeah, just to break you. Basically, 10 minutes maximum.
huh.
It's already
So I'll come
7:15.
So that's what. I'll come to this concept of Atmanirbharta. India today is poised on a huge potential of educated people. India is poised on the threshold of a huge student force which is coming into this industry. You people could have seen that India is perhaps the youngest student force, the youngest professionals populous country in this world. A lot of Indians, billions of them, are in their 30s and 35s, because of which there are a huge number of opportunities. Given the situation today, the way we are shifting ourselves from the past internet age or the computer age into an AI and automation age, there are expected to be huge changes in this country. Because of this, the changes could be directly impacting upon workplace productivity, workplace efficiency. Already, companies, as I'm working with a lot of industries across sectors, I would tell you, a lot of companies are into a cost evolution mode, a consolidation mode, a cost cutting mode. आप लोग LinkedIn पे होंगे काफी लोग. If you go on LinkedIn, there will be a lot of people talking about the new normal, working conditions having changed, workplaces now connected with work from home also, in addition to working from workplaces, which was the norm previously. So work from home is a new entrant to the work environment. Each one of you, I would ask you to be very, very vigilant about this, because think about it. Working from home is the new normal. If somebody says it may not be the new normal, working from home has yet to prove itself in many sectors. It could be possible in sectors which are driven by IT, in sectors where there is a lot of coding involved and people would be working comfortably, islanding themselves, quarantining themselves in their homes, working standalone, that could be fine. Working from home there for them could be fine. Even I would say excellent, because they get a lot of burden off their shoulders if they are permitted to work from home. But a major part of industries, process, chemical, engineering, finance, power, manufacturing, all industries work in workplaces with an integrated, collaborative, team building kind, everyone present mindset. For them, work from home is not a good thing. It is not possible for continuous process industries, professionals, executives, individuals who are located inside the factory, connected with the day-to-day work of the factory, to work from their homes. Maybe a function like sales marketing, which has less to do with the workplace, or maybe a function of finance or financial auditing, which would be less to do with the workplace, they could be exempted. But rest of all, they don't fall into a comfortable work from home environment, because of which to say that it's a new norm is totally baseless, and it is too early to say that. It's not possible at this moment. So the norm for some industries is going to recede back. People are going to come back to their workplaces, and we are expected to resume normal work within the next 6 months or 8 months or whatever. Pandemic, hopefully, touch wood, it doesn't recur for any other diseases. Coming back, workplaces coming into cost cutting, cost saving, cost analyzing. I would wind up this session with a very fast message to you all. The concept of getting a salary is going to disappear altogether. The concept of getting a task to be done for the money that you quote is going to arrive. Task oriented, job oriented work is going to be allocated to individuals so that they get a given money, given payment for doing a task which has a start and an end well defined. मैंने अपनी कोशिश की, मेरे से नहीं हुआ. That days are past. So the days of salaries are going to reduce and recede, and the days of task oriented engagement, you might say it could be a sort of contract workforce, it could be a freelancing workforce, or the word would be too early to be used in India, is the gig economy of the gig workforce is arriving. Even at shop floors, in factories, the concept of autonomous workforce is going to find itself. People in teams of 30 people, 40 people, 100 people, 200 people, all coordinative with collective intelligence, coming back as excellent collaborative teams and taking the task. इस महीने में कितना प्रोडक्शन निकालना है साहब, हम 30 लोग हैं, हम आपको आपकी मशीनरी इस्तेमाल करके इतना प्रोडक्शन निकाल के देंगे, बताइए साहब इतना पैसे देगा क्या आप? This is going to be the future. Have you started connecting the dots, friends? For becoming autonomous, for becoming a freelancer, for becoming a no excuses professional, what do you need? Obviously, आत्मनिर्भरता, खुद के ऊपर निर्भर होना. The meaning of Atmanirbharta was known to our country, Prime Minister, or the people in governance since the past couple of years. It's our ill luck. We were found napping to suddenly listen to our Prime Minister talking about Atmanirbharta. Atmanirbharta is the call of the decade. An individual who wants to have a good job because he has got good marks is talking about 1950s. बैलगाड़ी के ज़माने की बात कर रहा है वो. मेरे मार्क्स अच्छा है, मैं डिस्टिंक्शन लाया हूँ, मैं इस इंस्टीट्यूट में से पढ़ा हूँ, मैं उस कॉलेज में से पढ़ा हूँ, मैं ये स्कूल में से पढ़ा हूँ, मैं वहाँ से आईवी लीग में से पढ़ा हूँ. वो आईवी लीग के वो टॉप लेवल के स्कूल के दिन गए. आने वाले सालों में आपको पूछा जाएगा ये काम करके देगा क्या. इंटरव्यू के सवाल गए, काम के बारे में पूछेंगे, आपने ये काम किया है क्या पहले पूछेंगे, उसका एविडेंस पूछेंगे, और कल से काम मिल जाएगा, घर पे बैठ के काम करके दो. And if you are part of autonomous workforce, this is the work that we need. Do you have 20 people? Have you delivered this work with 20 people under your fold? है क्या 20 लेबर है आपके पास? This is what would be asked. This is the meaning of Atmanirbharta. This is the meaning of 5 trillion economy. Friends, I would end my session here, hand over the phone or the microphone after talking to Digish here. With this, we would end, I admit, a bit abruptly, but the fact is, it's a big topic, taking one more session. Maybe in future, if we happen to talk about this, we'll talk about Atmanirbharta, India in 2025, and India, a $10 trillion economy by 25 or 2030, 2030, $10 trillion later sometime. Thank you, friends. और मेरी तरफ से नमस्कार.
जी, थैंक यू सो मच मुकुंद जी. आपने बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से ये टॉपिक के बारे में हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को बताया है. तो हम चाहते हैं कि पार्टिसिपेंट्स ने भी आपके ये सेशन से बहुत ही अच्छा ज्ञान लिया होगा. अभी हम ये क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर सेशन शुरू कर रहे हैं, तो जिनको भी क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर है तो प्लीज़ आप राइट अप कीजिए, तो हम मुकुंद जी से उनके बारे में बात कर सकते हैं. Okay, so it was a very enlightening session. Ajit ji, thank you so much. Muji, good. Okay, very good. Okay, Mayur ji बोल रहे pleasure to attend this. Thank you, Mayur ji. Participants, आपको कोई भी अगर क्वेश्चन है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. जी, मुझे लग रहा है कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है. तो मुकुंद जी, आपका बहुत ही धन्यवाद कि आप अपना अमूल्य कीमती समय लेके यहाँ पे आए और हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को अपनी टॉपिक के बारे में बनाया. थैंक यू सो मच जी. थैंक यू सो मच एंड थैंक यू पार्टिसिपेंट्स फॉर योर टाइम एज वेल. और हम आज का सेशन यहाँ पे एंड कर रहे हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू सो मच.